Hello and welcome back to International Racing Series. We are back live on Twitch and we are live for round 13 with Tier 2 as the cars start to come out on track for the qualifying session. Today could be the day that we could see a Tier 2 champion, which could be LWB in the Williams, currently leading Tino by 32 points. So if LWB outscores Tino today, he's champion. Constructors, Star Defender, LWB trying to catch up with Alpine, who has a solo driver today. Sick Pig, unfortunately not here. Tino is going to have to try to carry the Alpines into the last round and keep that advantage at the top. So today's a very interesting day, penultimate round of the season, round 13 of 14, Las Vegas being the final round of the season. But in terms of the championship, could be decided today. What can Tino do about that? Currently 32 points behind LWB, gearing himself up for his first qualifying lap of the day. Been the man to beat over the qualifier sessions this season, taking the most pole positions out of anyone. I think it's about 6, maybe 7 pole positions that he's had, so definitely a driver to watch out for. Singapore, obviously IRL race there today, so hopefully a few people are up for this, in the mood for it after watching the race. 26.3 sector 1 time for Tino. Not sure what LWB's was. He's just running behind though. So the two championship leaders out on track first, both giving it their all, trying to take their first point of the day. Pole position does get you 1 point here in IRS, no point for fastest lap. We'll go then down towards the sector 2 checkpoint. So 103.4 for Tino. What is it for LWB? So 103.8. So with Tino at the moment, one in control. As we come into the final sector and the last couple of corners here, we're ready to complete the first lap with Tino Tiberian up to the line. It's a 28.2. LWB is going to be doing a 28.5, so 3/10 off, just over 3/10 off at the moment. We've got a Haas of Wild Jager across the line with a 29.9. Epi goes 4/10 quicker up to P3, then Matty beats that with a 28.9. Outlaw making his return back today in the RB. His first lap's a 29.8. Sauber up into P7. I think we're just going to call him Dave, because in the DM he told me to call him his name or Dave. So we're just going to stick with Dave in the Sauber. 33.8. Not the best of times there. But it's Andre in the Haas. See what sort of pace he's got. His teammate currently sitting P6. Down towards the first checkpoint. It's 27.1, not too bad. Takes a bit too much curb though, which bumps the car off to the line. Runs wide. Let's see, cover the corners here for the Haas. IRS RB44 and Mario Groves onto the track, the two Ferraris. Need some good points today to try and boost them up the table a little bit. 5.6 now for the Haas coming through sector 2. Taking a bit too much curb through some of these corners. Costing a good exit. Into the penultimate corner we go. Runs a bit wide, that's in the validation. Would have been a 30.9, which would have been behind his teammate. How's Mario Bros getting on? Currently a lot of IRS. Possibly just having a warm-up lap. Star Defender now on track as well. 38.2 for Mario Bros, but I think this is a better lap for him now that he's going to try. Bit of lagging going on there. Very slow through those couple of corners. Touching the wall ever so slightly there. Quite a bit off the pace at the moment, so 28.3, but he's 1.5 seconds up on his time, runs wide. Has to have a big lift, struggling there. On board with his teammate IRS 44. He's going for a warm-up lap by the looks of it as well. Outlaw going again. Makes a bit of a mess of it there. Taps the wall, just like we saw with Mario Bros. Three and a half tenths down, or maybe 4 tenths. Star Defender running wide into turn 1 there, just missing the apex. Picking the escape road. Mario Bros into the pits, not able to improve at all. 26.6 for Star Defender. Looking to get himself in the top 3 in the driver standings. He's quite a way off though, but it is doable. If he wins the next 2 races, actually no it's not. My maths is a bit bad there. So P4 at best for him, but he's got Effie and Matty quite close behind him, trying to get into that top 4 in the driver standings. So 104.0 for sector 2, but invalidates. Just turned him a bit too early there. IRS 44, a 33.2 on the mediums. And the Star Defender's actually binned it. Well, I'm not sure what's happened there. I think it's just over accelerated out the corner there into the wall. Let's go on board with the top 2. They're out again. Tino's on our lap. Improving again. Oh, he's missed out by 0.02 of a second. LWB's 2 tenths up. One's a bit wide there though. Might cost him the exit. Needs about 3.5 tenths really, just over 3.5 tenths to get himself on pole position. So 28.3, still needs to find just over a tenth. Got a yellow flag somewhere. Matty's currently P3 in the Mercedes. Been having some good races recently, finding some good pace. Currently on the lap. Was up into sector 1. Just under a tenth up. Trying to find some time into this last sector. bit of a slide there coming out that corner. Into the final corner we go. Has he found any time at all? Not quite, just lost out. How's Epi getting on? Trying to take the top three. He's into the pits, no improvements there. YG got invalidation for him. IRS LB44 not improving at the moment. We've got Finn out on track. In the RB, he's invalidated, so he's going to have to dive into the pits. Let's see if Mario Bros. Actually, to be fair, Dave in the Sauber is 1.1 up on his time at the moment. Should see himself P7 with this lap. 32.6. Just ahead of the two Ferraris. Mario Bros. Very tentative on the braking there. A shy on the throttle as well. Just braking a bit too early. A lot of IRS to use as well. 3.8 seconds up. We got a flag for Dave, who's just stopped on the track for some reason. As we go back to Mario Bros, who's struggling through the slow corners quite a bit. But up to the line we go. It will be an improvement. 33.6. 4 tenths behind his teammate. Finn's back out on track. Oh, Jager, how's he getting on? I don't think he's improving this lap. As no one's really lighting up the timing sheets at the moment. Everyone's preparing for their laps. Just over 4 minutes to go. It's not been the best of qualifying sessions, to be fair. A few people struggling out there trying to improve on their laps. As we're on board with Finn, who's about to get going here for his flying lap. Down towards turn 1 we go. Currently in P10, needs a good time here. Needs to get something on the board. Starting down the order at Singapore can be a bit of a bad thing, I'd say. Hard to get through the traffic. Not really held up. As Finn is sending it down towards the sector 1 checkpoint. It's a 26.7, pretty decent time. Definitely looking at top 5 pace here. Just needs to keep it going throughout the whole race, a whole lap. Has a bit of a slide there with the rear tyres. Over the bridge. Just all bit of a ride on a curb, which sends him out wide into the wall. Hopefully he's got another lap of fuel in him. He'll get another chance to try and improve, I think. Still on a good lap though here is Finn. No, he doesn't have another lap of fuel, so this is it for Finn. He needs to get a good couple of corners here because this will be his qualifying lap. And that's it. Currently no time set. Where can the RB go? P4 ahead of Epi, and that's his qualifying done. Needs to hope that the cars behind not improving. Epi was up in sector 1, has backed off his lap. Tino's gone quicker with a 28.0. Outlaw with a 29.7. He's not going for another lap. Epi's into the pits, that's his qualifying done. Matty's finished as well in P3. So there's a few chances here for people like Wild Jager and Outlaw to get a few positions. Mario Bros has retired. Got a flag from the Ferrari in sector 1. And it's still there. Hopefully it gets out of the way, because it's quite annoying. There you go. A minute to go in the session. Wild Jager giving it everything he's got. Currently P7. Bit of a laggy going on here. Server connection issues, so it's hard to tell if he's making any mistakes right now. I'm just gonna have to check on the checkpoints. As it comes down towards the sector 2 checkpoint now. Only 2 temps up, but that would be enough at the moment to get him ahead of Outlaw. Possibly into a top 5 here, maybe higher. If we can finish this lap off strong. Looked like he'd done a George Russell there, straight into the wall. But Wild Jager comes up to the line. Somehow lost time, P7 at best for him. We're going to go on board with LWB, championship leader. Heading down towards, Andre's done a George Russell though. Clipped the wall. And straight into the barriers there for the Haas driver who's going to be starting in P12. We're on board with LWB, trying to find 3 temps on this lap. He's nearly done it, to be fair. He's a good corner here. And he could be on the way to pole position. 32 points in the lead of the championship. Tino's taking one off him at the moment, but can LWB extend the gap to 33 before we get lights going up to the line? It's a 27.8. He's absolutely smashed it. 5 tenths improvement there. Outlaw's up to the line. He doesn't improve. And then IRS LB44 in the Ferrari stays P8, but improves by quite a bit there. So LWB extending that championship lead to 33 points. There's the confirmation. Just need to go into Discord quickly, tell the guys not ready up. Someone's already started again, but it's only a minute, so I'm gonna let it slide. Everyone should be ready for this, which they are, and it's a good start from LWB there. Tino's had a great start as well. Already up the inside into turn one. LWB's off the track. Tino gives him the room, gives him the position. A few cars off the road going into turn one, while Jager's in the mix of it here with the Ferrari of IRS LB44. Epi's trying to defend from Outlaw. Star Defender's got wing damage already. While Jager is lagging absolutely everywhere. There's a late braking Haas from Andre there. Completely missed the braking zone. Gets up the inside of Dave in the Sauber. While Jager having a look at Star Defender, who's got a bit of front wing damage. He's running to the back of someone. Finn's up into P3 past Matty. Everyone started on the medium tyres as well. As Tino's right up behind LWB. Top two will try to break away here from Finn and Matty and the rest of the pack if they can. Epi's nearly out of DRS from Matty ahead. Trying to apply that ERS early on, already out down to 30%. By the end of lap one. IRS LB44 already with a 3-second time penalty as he has a look at Outlaw, who's lost the DRS to the cars ahead, and IRS LB44 is going to take advantage of Outlaw's wing damage. I don't know, he has got no wing damage, he's okay there. But he's just lacking traction out some corners. IRS LB44 got to try and get himself back into that DRS train ahead. Yeah, Star Defender, look at that. Front wing damage. Still in the DRS train though. DRS now. Which is going to cost him. Can't tell if he's got any damage. He doesn't. It's just pure pace that he's losing out on here. He still has a DRS at the moment. He has a good couple of corners here. He might be okay. As Outlaw is trying to get back past IRS LB44. For 8th and 9th position. As Epi has lost that DRS there. Got to be careful now into these next couple of corners. So we'll start to be under pressure from Star Defender. As Tino still not able to get past LWB, who's defending with all of that battery. As it stands right now, LWB would be the driver's champion. And going into the last round, it would all be about the constructors. But we've got a long way to go in this race, anything can happen. As Tino is right up behind LWB for now. Has a bit of a moment though. Big slide. For the next couple of corners, it will give LWB a bit of a rest. Able to save up a bit more battery. As Epi has now dropped off the back of the DRS train, and here comes Star Defender up the inside. Williams having a look. Manages to get the job done. Epi will have the DRS though. And we'll be able to fight this one back. Here we go. Should be back up the inside into turn one. The Star Defender trying to brake late. Trying to cause problems there. even with the broken front wing. Still looking pretty fast. Up the inside he goes. Doesn't quite make it work. Epi pushing with the IRS. But it's not going to be enough because here comes Star Defender again, making the move, and we lost Wild Jaeger, who's for some reason having a lot of problems here today with the Wi-Fi, by the looks of it. We'll just send every invite quickly. But out front now, it's a four-way battle for the lead. Matty's going to have to be careful. He's dropping back a little bit from the top three. Oh, that's a bit of a mistake there. That might be DRS gone. I think he did just lose it there, so Matty's struggling a little bit now. Has lost the DRS to the cars ahead, which could soon turn into a three-way battle now. Matty's got to find some pace from somewhere here. Outlaw cruising up to the back of Wild Jaeger's AI. He has just rejoined. IRS LB44 has dropped off the back of Outlaw quite a bit there. I think that's front wing damage for IRS LB44 as well, actually. No, it's not. Tino pretty close to the back of LWB this time round. Still not close enough for a move though. Another switch of positions. Epi getting back past Star Defender again. Matty's now 2 seconds behind Finn. So that DRS is crucial here. That might bring Matty back into Epi and Star Defender, which is the three-way battle for 4th position in the driver standards at the moment. Back up to Tino. Trying to get past his championship rival. He needs to finish ahead of LWB here to take this race into Las Vegas. Take the championship into Las Vegas, let's say. LWB at the moment driving very well. They've dropped Finn now as well. So the top two pushing on. Star Defender into the pits early. Tino a lot closer this time round. There's a yellow flag from one of the Ferraris entering the pits. Here comes Tino into the race lead on lap 6. The first real chance he's had at overtaking LWB, and he's managed to get it done. LWB with a lot more battery saved up as well. Oh, a bit wide there for LWB, bit of a mistake. Struggling in the dirty air through this section. Still within the DRS though, so it's all good. It's got a lot of battery saved up. We've got a yellow flag, and I think that's Star Defender in the wall. Yes, it is. Star Defender after just pitting there, trying something different, going out on the hard tyres. Run himself into the wall. Loses another position to the Haas. Finland, Matty really dropped off there. Epi starting to close up to the back of Matty, 1.3 seconds. I think Matty just had a bit of a moment actually. So he lost about 4 tenths, 5 tenths in that one corner alone. And Epi's pushing on. Star Defender into the pits again. And that is not good to see. Obviously that wing damage. Onto the soft tyres. Star Defender down in P12. Epi still not able to get in the DRS of Matty at the moment. Outlaw closing up to the back of Wild Jaeger. There he is. Currently P7 has a bit of a moment though as we go on board with him. Struggling with the dirty air through those top of the corners for Outlaw. But he's in the 1 second window of the Haas. Struggling to get that traction down though, has a bit of a moment there, that's probably a track limit. Really struggling with the traction through those couple of corners from Outlaw. Having a good race though, to be fair, after not racing for a while. P7, battling for P6. Pretty decent going for Outlaw. LWB, nearly outside that 1 second from Tino. Makes a bit of a mistake there. Luckily, he's still within the 1 second and is able to catch back up. I get a feeling that LWB is starting to struggle now with the tyre wear compared to Tino. Epi round to the tail of Matty again. Found those couple of attempts that he needed to get back inside the DRS of the Mercedes. Finn sitting in a comfortable P3 at the moment. Not said much about him recently. He's currently 6 seconds behind the top two, but 3 seconds ahead of Matty and Epi. They were starting the battle, and here comes Epi looking for a move on the Mercedes. Goes to the inside, has a little look, just a bit too far back. To make a move is going to help Finn out lovely. With these two battling, it's going to give Finn a bit of breathing space. Outlaw wasn't able to catch up to Jaeger down the straight, still tucked up behind. But we've got 3 little good battles going on at the moment. Let's just have a look at the driver standings. I think possibly Epi and Matty could go ahead of Star Defender here. Yeah, they would. I think just about Star Defender will go down to P6 in the standings and lose a position each to Matty and Epi. So driving well. LWB close to the back of Tino here. Yellow flag. I think that is Star Defender again, and that is, I believe that's a virtual safety car with Star Defender currently stuck on track. It's a full safety car. Been changed from a virtual to a full. The first one of the day. IRS LB44 for some reason has gone on the Inters. Maybe he's just using the Inters to waste the tyres to catch up to the safety car. To be fair, this is a good chance for a one stop here with this safety car going over to the hard tyres for the rest of the race. Star Defender's in. I'm not sure. Oh, no, Star, that's not Star. If I was Star, I should have. Oh, he's absolutely messed that up completely. He's going to have to go again, but that could have saved him actually, because if the top two didn't box, he could have been a lap down and out of this race completely. So Star's going to have to go around again. Finn's going to be into the pits. Matty and Effie should be into the pits as well. I think all the top 7 will be into the pits here to get rid of these medium tyres onto a brand new set of hards. So we will have a restart to this race, which is good. Not officially a restart from the grid, but everyone's going to be able to catch back up and all 12 drivers will be able to go again. New opportunities for everyone here. How's IRS LB44 getting on? He's going to lose his position though to his teammate and possibly Andre. So IRS LB44. Let's see if he's got it right this time, or if he was just doing what we said. He's going to be into the pits for hard tyres, surely. And on his front wing, so he's had a bit of a moment somewhere. So he's going to lose out to his teammate and the Haas here. And he's going to be down to P11. Everyone's on a brand new set of hard tyres, except for Mario Bros. Already on 5 lap old hard tyres. Star Defender with that wing damage. He's going to be into the pits for hards as well. See if he can get it right this time. Makes it a bit more easier and manages to get himself into the pit lane this time. He's going to be at the back of the grid. Got to be careful here, to be fair. Safety car is not too far away. So a long pit stop there for Star Defender. And out he goes. Still going to have another 2 laps probably with the safety car here. Because as you can see, it's about to come into the penultimate corner and Star Defender's just left the pit lane. So a long way to go for him to catch up. We'll have some nice warm hard tyres there when he rejoins the back of the pack. Yeah, Star's got a long way to go here. I think at the end of lap 12 we might be alright. Star's got to be quick though, because that safety car could come in if it's out for too many laps, and he could be in no man's land. If it does, LWB at the front of the pack, while Star Defender's at the rear, trying to catch up. There's the 3 seconds for the bottom 4 drivers. those track limits, and they've all stopped more than once. Oh, Tino just running into the back of LWB there. Hopefully there's no penalty that comes up. Looks to be all good. So it's going to be the end of lap 30 now. Star defender just coming through the middle of sector 2 now as LWB completes the lap with the safety car. Onto lap 13 we go. So just under halfway of this race. IRS LB44 switching positions with Mario Bros there, who's going to jump onto the mediums. Matty's left the session for some reason. I think he's had a Wi-Fi outage or some sort. I sent him in back quickly. Hopefully he gets back in before the race start. Mario losing the position there to the Ferrari, to the Sauber. I'm picking up a 3-second time penalty as well coming out of the pit lane. That's now up to 6 seconds. Oh, sorry, that's up to 3 seconds. So there's now the bottom 5 drivers with the 3-second time penalty. So Mario Bros going for a different option here. Down with the medium tyres, they're going to be very worn at the end of this race. I don't think they'll even make it, to be fair. Oh, mate, it's just joined in there. There he is, the AI car, safety car in this lap. Hopefully Matty is able to take over before the start. He does not want to lose a position to Epi because he's in AI mode. That star defender closes up to the back and we're just about ready to go on to lap 14 with LWB leading the way. Matty's managed to get back into the car as we wait for LWB to restart us from the safety car, and there he goes. Good start, to be fair. Tino's under pressure a little bit from Finn. Matty's able to defend it from the cars behind, who's both Hasses having a little look there at the people ahead. Outlaw nearly runs into the back of Jaeger. IRS LB44 defended from Dave. There goes Star Defender having a look up the inside. That's a brave move from Star Defender. He's looking racy after losing those positions. Gets the job done. There goes Andre up the inside of Outlaw, who I think just picks up a little bit of wing damage there because of that. And into the wall they go. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure Outlaw's waiting for Andre there to go past. That was a bit of half a dozen. Who just left? I don't see who left there. Who left? Oh, it was the Haas, I think. Just left the session. Not sure if that was on purpose. Back up the top though, and Tino's pressurising LWB. Right onto the back of him. DRS now enabled. Star Defender's got himself up to P7 now. Fair play. On the back of the grid. I don't think Tino's close enough for a move. No, he's not. Just going to see if that Haas can be invited back in. Right, it's all changed now in the top 7, all battling out. Tino looking for a way by. He needs to get past LWB to have any hope of winning the Drivers' Championship. Trying to use up that battery. Trying to get close to the back of LWB. Here we go, down into turn 1. Looks pretty close for a move. It wasn't close enough. Lining up the move for the DRS down here, I think, as Mario Bros gets past Dave in the Salva. Back up to the top because Tino's trying to get past LWB. Again using the ERS, trying to find a way past. He's got 15 laps. Yellow flag as well, Jaeger. And I think it's a virtual safety car. That is a virtual safety car. I think Wild Jaeger has clipped the wall and a bit of wing has come onto the track. I think Star Defender might have been involved with that. Yes, he was. So possibly that Star Defender and Jaeger coming together. And we do have a virtual safety car. Star Defender being the driver mostly involved here for the... Oh, there's a collision between Tino and Matty. Tino and Finn, sorry I should say. Tino, Finn and Matty all coming together. And Finn gets the RB up into P2, which is affecting Tino's Drivers' Championship battle with LWB here. Tino's doing everything he can to try and get past the RB, who closes the door on the Alpine. And LWB is trying to break away with all this as Tino again getting impatient there into the final corner, looking for a way past. Tino knows that he needs to get past Finn here because LWB's running away with the championship as it stands. Star Defender and Wild Jaeger briefly coming together again, I think, into the pit lane entrance as they drive into the pits. Finn costing Tino time here. He's now got the DRS and the ERS slightly rubbing wheels. Tino's up the inside. Finn's going to brake late to try to go around the outside. Bit of contact. Getting tense here between these two as Tino goes for the switchback. Great exit from Tino. He's on the outside. Tries to do it again. Doesn't quite get the traction this time. Matty's having a little look as well. Here comes Tino from the view of Matty. Has to slot back into position. But this is tense battling here as Tino knows what it takes if he doesn't get this job done. Into the DRS we go. Tino again using up the ERS to try and get the job done. Finn defending the inside line. They come together. Somehow Tino keeps it out of the wall there. But this battle here is starting to get a bit too tense. And here comes Matty as well, having a little look on the Alpine. Epi not too far behind as well, making it a four-way battle. Meantime, LWB 4 seconds up the road, 2.5 seconds up the road, sorry. Tino's really got to do something about this quickly. This is perfect for LWB. Finn holding up Tino. I think this is it though. I think Tino's surely got the job done here. Maybe not. Finn's got enough battery to defend the inside line as well. Tino's going around the outside this time. And again, he's not able to get past. This is some epic Sergio Perez defending from Finn here. Tino again having a little look, clips the wall. Doesn't want to do that too many times. That'll be too much wing damage for the Alpine. Four seconds now, LWB ahead of this battle. As Tino again goes to the outside, but Finn's going to brake late. Maybe a bit too late. Into the wall he goes. And Tino's through. I think Matty's going to be able to get through here as well, possibly. Matty going for the move around the outside. Gap just wasn't there, but Finn now struggling. Really holding these cars up. Matty runs wide. Epi's going to have a little look. Down into turn one we go. Great battle for the podium here. IRS W44 in P6. Ahead of his teammate Mario Bros. They've managed to get themselves up to 6th and 7th. Fair play to them. They've stayed out of trouble. And some good points here. The two Ferraris. Alright, what can Tino do? He's broke the DRS from Finn. 4.5 seconds to LWB. Oh, Epi clipping that curb. Pushed that Red Bull nearly into the wall there, but Epi is battling for this podium, but he's got to stay within the DRS of Matty here. While Jager's out of the race, and I think that's a retirement on track. That is a retirement on track, which is not what you want to see. There could be some Wi-Fi issues. The other Haas, for some reason, just left the lobby and kept his car in the race. So both Haas's scoring points. Star defender in 9th position, trying to make his way back through the field. To be fair, he might be able to get 8th and 7th. I think IRS W44 will be too much of an ask, but if he keeps picking up those penalties, it won't be. 6 seconds now for IRS W44. As Matty's having a look at Finn for the podium here. Forced off track is Matty, and that is helping Epi get back into the battle. Up top, LWB is keeping that gap between him and Tino at about the same. They're matching each other at the moment. As we're looking at Matty, still trying to close up to the back of Finn. Having a look at Star, defender, coming over the bridge with the Sauber driver. He's going to send it up the inside for sure. That was a bit late from Star defender though. That was a good defence from Dave, to be fair, in the Sauber, so that could be going to the stewards room. I think Star was just a bit over aggressive there and a bit impatient, as he's using the DRS to his advantage now. I think Dave can do about that one, unfortunately, but if he can stick inside the DRS of Star here, he'll have another guy in possibly. back up to the battle for the podium though. He's going to manage to get the podium at Singapore. I wonder if any of these guys have any track limit penalties coming up. Let's have a look. Track limits. Epi's got one. Matty's got one. Epi's got another one. Finn's got one. Finn's got another one. Matty's close. So I think Matty and Epi are one away from getting a penalty here. Finn needs two more. So podium could be decided by a track limit penalty here. Even though none of them have one at the moment, we've still got a long way to go in this race. Just over 10 laps. It's a lot of time to receive a track limit penalty, as Tino is starting to take some time out of LWB, taking about 4 attempts on that lap. 4.1 the gap. Lap 22 of this race. As Matty picks up that 3 second, and we was just talking about that commentator's curse possibly coming in for Matty there, who picks up the 3 second, which could be the end of his podium fight, which could be between Finn and Epi now. Matty's really got to get past Finn here and try to push on. Finn possibly holding Matty up, who's in the dirty air of the RV and not able to get past. Star Defender, like I said, might be able to get 8th and 7th. He's already got 8th. Now he's chasing down 7th position. Mario's Brothers only 5.4 seconds. We'll keep an eye out on that gap, as we keep an eye out on Tino and LWB. 3.9 seconds the gap at the moment. 2 attempts on this lap. Tino's taken out of LWB. To be fair, LWB has brought that deficit back to 4.1, so both of them matching each other that lap. Oh, Epi with a bit of a moment there. He's just having a little look at Matty. He does need to get past the Mercedes here for a chance at the podium. Because at the moment Finn's not got a 3 second time penalty like Matty does. So Epi's really going to have to push on past Matty here, if he can. Unless he's going to hope for Finn to try to pick up a 3 second time penalty, but Epi's very close to doing that himself. Technically Epi could be comfortable here with the P5 and get himself into 4th positions in the stands anyway. If he just sits behind Matty, it'll jump Star Defender and finish ahead of Matty as we go into the last round of the standings, but pretty sure Epi will want a podium here in Singapore. It's one of those races where a driver would be satisfied with the podium after a long race. As we've got Outlaw getting past the Sauber there. Outlaw trying to recover his race, currently in P9. As Star Defender is also trying to recover his race, as we come on board with him over the bridge. A bit more patient this time from Star Defender, as he uses the DRS and the ERS up the inside of the Ferrari into P7. 7.5 seconds behind IRS LB44. To be fair, he could get up to P6 here. Yeah, so Star Defender could recover his race to P6. IRS LB44 is going to have to push on. Try and keep that gap between him and Star Defender over 3 seconds to keep that P6. Matty's not able to get past Finn. That gap at the top though, 3.6 seconds. We last checked that. on lap 22, so over the last 2 laps, Tino's only managed to take out 3 tenths from LWB. The gap is coming down though. Will it come down enough before the end of the race? LWB on the way to being drivers champion as of right now. Had a superb season as well, LWB. Him and Tino giving it everything they've got, battling for the race wins week in, week out. Been a great battle between them two. And they're still going for it every race. It's been these two. Sick Pig's been there as well, but towards the end of the season he's fallen off a little bit and hasn't been up to scratch like these two. 8 seconds now out in the lead for LWB and Tino. Every lap just pulling away. Oh, there was a good chance for Epi there if he had a good exit to get past Matty. I think he realised that as well and tried to get on the throttle, but just made a bit of a mess of it. It's been a great battle here for the podium, to be fair. There's some great battling between the drivers today, and IRS LB44 I think is going to lose that P6 to Star Defender, already 4.3 seconds behind. He needs Star Defender to run wide and get a penalty. Salva in for the pits. And that 20.2 seconds now the gap. LWB possibly struggling with dirty air through the traffic there. Oh, Finn picks up a 3-second time penalty, which is absolutely perfect for Epi. Can Epi get that podium now? Can he keep it within the white lines? I really don't want to see another track limit penalty from anyone now. We've got the whole grid except for Epi, Tino and LWB, and here comes Epi up into P4 past Matty. Next up is going to be Finn, but I think Epi just needs to keep calm here, not do anything silly. He's on the way to a podium, doesn't want to risk losing that by sending up the inside of Finn. Just needs to pick the right moment here to try to break away. He does look the quickest out of the three in the moment now. They've all got the same tyre wear, but I don't know if they have got the same tyre pressures, so there could be different tyre wears on each of these cars. Because Finn looks to be struggling with the rear tyres a lot more through some of these corners compared to Epi, who looks quite comfortable on the traction out of corners. Epi having a little look there, like I said, doesn't want to make any silly mistakes and go sending it up the inside of Finn to get wing damage and then losing out on a podium here. Just needs to pick the right moment. Looks to be going for it now. Up the inside into turn 1, and Epi moves up into P3, but there goes Finn with a late move around the outside, and like I said, Epi's just got to be really decisive how he makes his move here. Does not want to cost himself a podium. Here he comes with the DRS and the ERS. He's still going for it though, is Epi. Finn forces Epi off track. And I think Finn's just trying to force Epi now into a possible track limit penalty, so Epi just needs to keep calm, keep it behind Finn. Who's that in the background? I thought someone else in the background joining the party, but it's not. Got a star defender. Right up to the back of IRS LB44. The gap up top, 2.7 seconds. IRS LB44 drifting around that corner there, ahead of star defender. That look cool. But he's under big pressure from the Williams now. We go back to this little battle though for the podium, because Epi again in a good position as Tino picks up a 3-second time penalty, and that could be it. That could be the end of the Drivers' Championship battle between Tino and LWB. LWB has a 33-point gap lead over Tino Tiberian going into this race. He's about to win today to take it 30 points and extend it by 4 more to make it 37 points. And it will be virtually impossible, mathematically impossible for Tino to catch up with LWB, even if he crashed out in the last race. So we are 3.5 laps away from having LWB win the driver's title, as Epi again, nah, that's Finn's driving too aggressive now in the defence. That would definitely be going to the stewards room, I'm sure of it, because Finn's just lifting off the throttle into the braking zone. Lifting off the brakes into the braking zone, and just letting the car roll into the side of Epi there, and not even caring what happens to him. This is starting to get dangerous for Finn, who's trying to force Epi into a track limit penalty. Matty as well behind, trying to get a better exit, as Outlaw sets a new fastest lap there, 131.6, that's good to see. Down in P9 as he's behind Mario Bros and actually looking at getting past him. Star Defender still behind IRS LB44. Lap 29 of this race. Yellow flag, and that is the Sauber has spun around, coming over the finish line. Epi decided not to go for a move down to turn 1 there. I think he's just saving up that ERS to try to go for the move down the big DRS straight. If he can get a good exit here, he's going to definitely be on for it. Here he goes with the help of DRS, and ERS pulls to the inside. I think this is it for Epi this time. Yeah, there's nothing Finn can do there. Slots into position, and he's going to have to settle for P4, I think, for Finn. He's going to have to defend from Matty, to be fair, so could drop down to P5 if he's not careful. He's been defending okay, a bit aggressive at some stages, but most of the time he's been defending pretty good from Epi, but he's going to have to change over to Matty now. And Star Defender does finally get past IRS LB44 in that battle for P6. And Epi has lost out to Finn again by the looks of it. Not sure what's happened there, but Epi losing out over the bridge and into the little hairpin. We're on the penultimate lap of this race. LWB under pressure now from Tino. I think he's starting to feel the pressure at LWB. He knows he's about to be a driver's champion, and he does not want to bottle this whatsoever, and I think he's just being extra careful, as again the Red Bull and the RB coming together. Tino's into the wall and it's getting well too tense here between these two, and Tino tries to take out Finn, and Epi's just completely lost his head there. All he had to do was just keep his calm, and he would have had a podium. It's now a battle between Matty and Finn for 3rd and 4th position. But I think we've had enough of that battle for right now, because we're about to see a new driver's champion. Unless something very dramatic happens here in these last couple of corners. Finn's just got back past Matty, but we're about to start the final lap of the penultimate race of the season. LWB is leading the way here ahead of Tino, and he's on the way to winning the Drivers' Championship for the first time ever in IRS. He's won races before, but he's never really come close to being a champion here in IRS, and he's half a lap away from doing so. Williams have already won the Tier 1 Constructors and the Tier 1 Drivers' Championship. Along with the combined Constructors, they're on the way to winning the Tier 2 Drivers' Championship, and LWB has been pressured throughout the whole season from this man here, Tino Tiberian. It's been an absolutely epic championship battle between these two. They're still pushing hard here, lap 31 of 31, trying to force each other into a mistake. Tino's trying to find a way past. Been trying to catch up to LWB since the safety car after that little collision and little mistake with Finn. Tino cost himself a chance of winning this race. He's got a chance of winning it on track here into this last sector. LWB though, no, he's not anymore. Tino's just completely through it, all out of the wall. 3 seconds makes it 6 seconds. Tino Tiberian's championship hopes are over. LWB out of the penultimate corner, around the final corner for the last time to become the Tier 2 Drivers' Champion in Singapore, taking victory ahead of his rival Tino Tiberian. LWB, for the first time in IRS history, has become a champion. Congratulations to him, well deserved. Him and Tino have been battling all season long, been giving us great entertainment. Fully deserved champion in LWB. Finn's going to come up to the line to take the podium away from Matty. Tino's DNF'd. I'm not sure what's happened there across the line. I don't think he's actually DNF'd. I think he did cross the line and it's just bugging out. Star Defender's going to come home in P5. That does help the Williams there actually. I think they gained points in the Alpine. So Williams taking the Constructors to the final race. IRS LB44 P6, good finish for him. He's going to finish ahead of Mario Bros. Outlaws had a little incident here. I think he was just trying to get past Mario Bros. I think there was a little battle there for 7th and 8th position. He's going to be finishing behind Mario Bros in 8th position. The Haas has already finished. And Dave is going to be finishing in P10, but back to LWB. His car is bugging out there, creating sparks with the front wheel. Congratulations to him as Outlaw crosses the line doing donuts in front of him. There he is. Tier 2 Drivers' Champion from LWB. On to 334 points, mathematically becoming the champion ahead of Tito. 2 race wins this season, just turned it into 3. Driver of the day, oh I missed that one there. I am going to give driver of the day to the new Tier 2 champion, LWB, fully deserved. Didn't quite get the Grand Slam. Outlaw taking the fastest lap, but pole position and the race win and a new title to his name is a well-deserved driver of the day. Congratulations again to him, LWB. I'm sure he's ecstatic. It's been a hard season, a hard-fought season, and it's been a very entertaining season so far. We've still got another championship though, the final championship left in IRS this season. It will be the battle between Alpine and Williams for the Constructors. Can LWB and Star Defender snatch it off Tino and Sick Pig at Las Vegas? Make sure you come in and tune into that one. Round 14 of Tier 2 will be next Sunday, same time again. But yeah, congratulations to LWB one more time, fully deserved championship. And yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday for Tier 1, so peace out.